1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
For all of you watching at home, just so you know, we are outside. We are 3 feet apart, and we have both been double vaccinated. So just so you know, we are practicing social distancing. As the country and the world begin to emerge from this past year, we'd like to hear from one of the key leaders like yourself, Mike Massari, the Chief Sales Officer at Caesars Entertainment and co-chair of Meetings Mean Business. How has the value of face-to-face interactions and meetings changed over the past year for you all?
Well, look, what I would say is that people now more deeply understand why they gather together face-to-face. They have a deeper desire to gather together face-to-face. I mean, early on in this, people were questioning whether or not face-to-face might fall by the wayside.
Yeah.
And look, I'll tell you that the best thing that's happened to face-to-face is a year without face-to-face.
Yes.
The people I talk to, the customers I talk to, I know for my team, we can't wait to gather together face-to-face, and we understand precisely why we do it and how important it is. Incorporating the name of your organization into a saying that we've had for many, many years, I think is in alignment with this.
Yep.
If it's not that important, send a text. If it's really important, pick up the phone. But if it's mission critical, go see somebody.
Very good point, and thanks for including that. And it's truly mission critical, because I think before all of this, we all saw that the intensity on the budgets of, do you really need, and that ROI, do you really need to go into that in-person event? Do you need to go? Do you need to go? It is so opposite today of, you need to go, you need to go, and the budgets, we don't care, you need to go. So
people understand why. Now,
they do.
Look, I think companies are going to send 8 people or 6 people instead of 10.
Absolutely.
But as a meetings professional, I am happy about that.
Yeah.
I want thoughtful, responsible, high ROI meetings and events. I don't want boondoggles and all the other stuff.
Yep.
We're in the meetings and events business to help people accomplish their goals.
Right.
We want them to have high ROI. Look, it's really poetic, because our first big conference here is the Trauma Care.
Right.
Dr. Maddox and Mary Ellen have been with us literally every year since the building's been open, right?
Yeah.
And that's really remarkable. And then also, I think poetic is, we're going to open up Caesars Forum, which are the 2 largest ballrooms ever built in the history of the world. We're going to open that up basically with Meetings Professionals International, June 14th to the 17th.
Yep.
So our grand opening event for the forum becomes a big industry conference, and our grand opening event, or reopening here at Caesars, becomes a longtime customer in the healthcare industry. So I think it's pretty poetic. I think it's important.
For me, if they're here, I'm here, and then everybody else, when you feel comfortable, please join us. The conferences have pivoted towards the hybrid meetings during the past year. Do you see this changing the landscape of meetings moving forward?
Look, hybrid's been a part of the game for over a decade now, and what this has done is accelerated. We're big supporters of it.
Yeah.
Here's what I think. I think that face-to-face is the gold standard. I worry about a lot of things. I never worry about whether face-to-face is the best way to communicate, learn, retain information. Hybrid brings more people into the conversation, engages more people in conferences, in the learnings. They're all going to want to be here face-to-face. So I think this is a funnel for our industry, and I think it engages more people in the conversation, which is good for our customers. I think more hybrid is better.
What would you like planners to know that are already starting to plan their meetings again and booking for future meetings in Vegas? What do you want them to know?
Well, look, I think that we would do anything to make sure that they're comfortable and safe, that we're ready to execute great meetings and events for them, that the team's prepared and excited, and we just want to welcome them back. And we've got the inventory, the product, and the team members to do it.
Anything else you'd like to leave with, be it that this is about the Meetings Mean Business, Caesars, and the Trauma and Critical Care Conference, anything you want to leave with everyone else today on Mission Critical?
Well, listen, we appreciate Trauma Care being here for so many years, and they've been such a great partner. We appreciate you talking to us. And if we can do anything for you, just please let us know.
Thank you. Thanks for having us. And it's nice to be back in Las Vegas, and
good
we'll
to have you
seeing you again soon.
Yeah, absolutely.
Every day it seems like there's another virtual event platform. So many choices, so few differences. It's like watching a copy machine. They're all basically the same. Don't get stuck in platform paralysis. It's not about the platform. It's about the experience. Content, engagement, and experience are the most important things, now more than ever. You need a virtual event partner that brings innovative thinking, quality engagement, and perfect execution. You need us. We are the true pioneers of transforming virtual events. And while we could talk about all of the press and cover stories that have called us the best in the business, the simple fact that you're watching today is the greatest testament to our work. So let's talk. We're happy to help you take your mission-critical events to a whole new world.
Dr. Maddox, good to meet you, and thank you for joining us today for our conversation here. And congratulations on 54 years of hosting your conference here at Caesars Palace with Caesars Entertainment.
We are a medical convention, and medical doctors and nurses require credits that they accumulate for education each year.
So CMEs.
For CMEs, these are called continuing medical education credits. All of our attendees want CMEs, and they covet those, and they look for a place where it's easy to get them while still having fun,
Yes.
either on their own or with their family. We are social beings,
Yes, we are.
and we learn better when we look at each other and say, "You're good." Yes,
we
I
can
still
rub
am good.
elbows, exactly,
And
yes.
we can see, smell, and touch. And although with virtual, you can go to TV, you can go to computer, you can read a book, but it isn't as effective as a social interaction.
What has been the reaction of the attendees thus far? What have you been hearing them saying to you about being back in person?
I promise them we will set a standard bar, just like they set in their individual hospital in quality. We will set the bar so that anyone that puts on a convention in the future will have to say, we have to match it.
Right.
They feel that we've hit a home run, a Grand Slam home run, multiple Grand Slam home runs, and we have a simultaneous live
You have the
meeting,
hybrid.
and the hybrid is a virtual meeting. We have already had responses back from people who are part of the virtual meeting who say this is the most wonderful thing in the world, but we want the chemistry, we want the energy
right.
that we feel together.
Is there anything you'd like to share with those that are still maybe on the fence of saying, is now the right time, and is it safe, to do these meetings and events again in person? What message would you like to share with them?
I don't know who said it. Maybe it was Hippocrates or someone who said, never be the first to embrace a new tactic, technique, or treatment, but don't be the last.
Right.
And so don't find yourself behind in a movement that's moving forward.
Thank you again for spending some time with us and sharing with the audience about your experience and the history and how you see the future. And once again, commend you all on a great effort you've done and to help all of us.
Let me say together,
Sure.
it is a team effort.
Yes. Yeah.
Caesars Palace put a great deal into their commitment, but we all begin with trust and respect as a foundation to say, together we are stronger, and not try to be on an ego trip to say, we did it. We did do it together.
And right, and it was a team effort, and it's a culture.
And it's a culture,
Yeah, it's a culture.
and it's trust. And then it's respect, and we all together can say, we still are standing.
And I'll leave it with that. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Maddox. Good to see you, and
Yes.
enjoy the rest of your afternoon.
You know that business isn't done through surveys and polls. The deals aren't made in a chat bar during a keynote, and that memories aren't made in a virtual breakout. That's why you need our help. We're Mission Critical Productions. We develop cutting-edge programming that delivers results. We're experts at creating immersive, out-of-this-world experiences designed to provide real, measurable engagement. Need to engage thousands for a virtual luncheon? Been there. Time to launch a product for a global audience? Done that. Need some name entertainment to wow a team? We've got you covered. Mission Critical event professionals have tackled everything imaginable, from virtual to hybrid to on-site, and we're ready to help you too. So let's talk. We're happy to help you take your Mission Critical events to a whole new world.
Hi, Mary. As the coordinator or project coordinator for the conference, can you tell us a little bit about your role and what you do for the conference?
Certainly. I've been with the conference, doing this conference for 32 years. My team consists of myself and one associate, and we pretty much do everything from the get-go. We keep the database, we plan with the hotels, we do all the contracts.
And there's just three of you, right?
There are three of us.
Wow. Can you tell us about what were some of the motivating decisions to host this conference again this year under the circumstances?
Dr. Maddox's motto is go to the heart of danger and there you find safety.
That sounds a little Winston
So that is-
Churchill-esque. Yeah.
So that is our motto. We were determined, he and I, from the beginning, we were going to do a live meeting.
Right.
Even if we only had 3 of us here.
Right.
So that was our goal. And we felt like it was time.
Right.
We were optimistic, maybe a little overly optimistic, but it worked.
Right.
And so we did have to, do a hybrid. But
And-
it was worth it for us.
How was the planning for this year's conference versus other years? I mean, we know it's COVID and everything. Was there any one particular 2 or 3 things that you said, this is how we have to be different besides having the masks and the social distancing?
That was a given.
Right.
So that wasn't a surprise. Are the constant changes. The rules change, particularly everywhere, but here. So you would plan one way, have to change it the next day or the next week.
Right.
That was difficult. Your budget pretty much goes out the window. That's it. I would say your challenges are the same, they're just magnified.
Right, and they're constant as opposed to you make a
Constant.
decision, and also where are the attendees coming from, and then where you're hosting it, and then anything. You just have to be ready.
Right, and you count on your faculty being here, and at the last minute, their institution has a travel ban.
Right.
Flexibility is the key.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. How did the catering and convention sales team help you navigate these waters during COVID?
Well, as far as the COVID, they were the go-to people. They are so prepared. Living where I live, we're not having the guidelines
Right,
that
it's masks
Nevada
off,
has.
yeah.
So the hotel is totally prepared for that, and we're amazing.
So they've given you all the confidence from the get-go to host it and said there was,
Given
let's do
us
this.
the confidence,
Right,
our
and the
attendees, our
yeah.
faculty, yes.
What have been some of the reactions from the attendees thus far? I mean, I know they're on the front lines, but being in a conference in person again, anything
They
they've been
are
sharing?
ecstatic.
Yeah.
They are so thrilled, and they totally appreciate what we have done and what Caesars has done. I'm afraid I'll never get them to go back to not having a table of their own, to tell you the truth.
And everybody, to have that it's nice to have that
Exactly.
space and to spread out.
And there's nothing like one-on-one.
Yeah, no.
And my faculty, they just came to the desk and said, can we just start a group where we email every day and talk about how great it was to be here.
Yeah.
And they also love the reaction of the Caesars personnel. When we had our lunch yesterday,
Right.
these are all people we've worked with over the years.
Okay.
And they haven't worked in over a year.
No, they haven't. Yeah,
And they
yeah,
were
yeah.
as excited as we were to be here. So
it's-
it makes everybody feel good.
And not even feel good, but what you're all doing is actually putting people back to work. So it's not even just a conference and saying, hey, we need to see each other. We're actually helping enable an industry to come back to life.
And
so
that's so amazing and so wonderful.
You've helped people, save their lives, and now it's also putting them back to work. It's incredible what the industry has been doing. So thank you for that. What are some of the lessons that you've learned that you would like to share with some of the meeting planners or event planners, EAs, PAs that are watching this?
Don't even start to try to do a meeting in this era without a total dedication from the venue that you choose. You cannot do it alone.
Yeah.
The support you need is phenomenal.
I think that was all the questions we had today. So, I thank you. I applaud you all for having the conference again, and for the next 54 years here at Caesars Palace and with Caesars Entertainment. And I wish you good health and safe travels.
Thank you so much. Safe meetings.
Thank you.
If you build it, they'll come. But if we build it, they'll stay. It's time to be epic. It's time to be extraordinary. It's time for you to make a bigger splash. If you're ready to harness the true transformative power of virtual, ready to produce next level programs that will turn heads, you're ready to talk with us. Mission Critical Productions. From the most enticing, engaging, gotta see it to believe it content to entertainment and activities, we do it all. And we don't stop at just virtual. We create seamless experiences between your live, hybrid, and virtual audiences, taking care of all the details locally or worldwide, and delivering headache-free programs for you. So let's talk. We're happy to help you take your mission-critical events to a whole new world.